Eating seaweed may have provided ancient human ancestors the essential nutrients that allowed Homo sapiens to emerge. How Homo sapiens branched out from the primitive hominoid family tree millions of years ago has long remained a mystery, but nutrients like magnesium and zinc may have provided the means needed for the development of a more advanced brain. A variety of seaweed may have had a major impact on the evolution of the human brain, researchers say, potentially influencing the shift toward the organ we have today. The human brain has undergone the most significant development in the last 2.5-2 million years, and in a new study published in Journal of Applied Phycology, researchers argue that seaweed consumption may have played a role. Our ancestors relied on energy-rich foods for survival, and key nutrients would have been necessary to spur development in the brain. Without these nutrients, including zinc and magnesium, the modern brain cannot function. Nutrients needed for this transition from a primitive ancestor to modern Homo sapiens were available in seaweeds, says Professor Olgi Mortensen from the University of Southern Denmark. Seaweeds could be found and harvested in abundance on shores, and for a foraging lifestyle, a rich coastal environment would be a significant source of consistent supply of these nutrients. The researchers say the human lineage likely diverged from chimpanzees, our closest living relative, roughly 5 to 7 million years ago, and changing resources about 2.5-2 million years ago may have caused foraging behavior to shift, leading early hominoids toward the coasts in search of food. However, the changing patterns of resource distribution associated with the extensive drying and expansion of the African savannas between 2.5 and 2 million years ago have been the impetus for a shift in foraging behavior among early members of the genus Homo. The authors wrote, foraging over longer distances for food would have contributed to bipedalism and a different body stature as increasingly larger ranges had to be traversed. And in the case of our primitive ancestors, this would undoubtedly lead to significant changes in diet. The researchers say these ancestors would likely find fish, crustaceans, snails, seaweeds, bird eggs, and even dead marine vertebrates as they foraged the coast. But they probably did not have the necessary rudimental understanding of seasonal tidal cycles and their influence on shellfish availability, the authors explain. Seaweeds of different types, on the other hand, can be found all across the intertidal zone from the high water mark to the subtidal regions, and they could be readily and repeatedly harvested for food by all family members, including women and children. And seaweed is still beneficial today. Professor Mortensen says seaweed is just as healthy and nutritious for humans today as it was millions of years ago.